Is there any questions that the public might have? Yes, sir.
Ms. Reyes, with the presentation you've given us, does that include the items that are on the agenda tonight?
No, sir. So everything that we have, because we cannot put anything that hasn't been approved, we did include the raises for everyone that were adopted this last board meeting.
Right.
So that one is included in there, so this is what we're presenting, and this is what we're thinking that's going to be our budget for next year.
Well, the raises have been approved and accepted.
Yes, yes.
And we're all happy about that.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
But the items on the agenda tonight, do you estimate that these items will put a dent to the tune of over $1 million additional into our fund balance?
No, sir.
How much do you think?
We are looking, the only item, there's one item there that is possibly $255,000 that we will include, we will go over. I mean, that we do not have budgeted for.
Well, what about item 9, Ms. Reyes?
Item 9.
The proposed pay structure.
Oh, no. What it is, the proposed pay structure, and I know it might be a little confusing, but the pay structure is just a structure that we use at personnel to be able to know where to start a new hire. For example, you know, a maintenance worker. Their pay structure will have a minimum, mid, and a max amount that they can possibly fall into when they start working for the district. We have been using one that dates back to 2007-8, which is the last time that we brought a structure to the board. So because of the years and the increases that we've given, those structures are outdated. So basically, if a new person comes in to work for us and we go with the old structure that say, you know, their starting salary or their hourly rate is $9, well, that's outdated already. So really, we had to increase it to show all the raises that we've given in the past in this raise. So that way we can say, okay, well, he cannot start at 9, that would be too low as compared to everybody else. So basically, it's just a structure to let us know where that person would fall into if they would come into the district.
One last question.
Yes.
Item 12.
12.
Where the proposed pay structure would be for degree paraprofessionals.
Yes, sir. That is.
I think that somebody has spoken to the superintendent, and he told that person that that would result in the expenditure of close to $800,000. Do you agree with that?
Well, that one depends on how it's passed today.
Right.
We have been looking at 2 scenarios. One was to increase them to a certain amount at $40,000 and another one at $30,000.
Right.
So if we go with the $30,000, which is maybe, you know, it would be considered, that's a $255,000.
Right. But if
Okay.
you go with $40,000, which was proposed
Yes,
last time,
that would be the
now,
amount.
just to make this clear so the public understands this, what you're saying is that any teacher aide that has a degree of any sort, doesn't have to be education
Yes,
related,
yes.
would be making $40,000, is that correct?
That is my understanding, yes.
So it is a possible scenario then that you have a first-year teacher making $43,000 and her teacher's aide making $40,000, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that acceptable to you as a financial person? Wouldn't the teacher in actuality be making less per hour than the teacher's aide?
Well, those are all the things that we've been looking at, and again...
My question is, Ms. Reyes, would the teacher be making less per hour than the teacher's aide?
And per hour, I have not figured that one out, but it's very close.
Very close. Is that acceptable to you financially?
Financially,
Right.
it is a large amount of money that we're going to be used for doing
My
that.
question is that acceptable to you financially? As a financial person, would you accept that?
Well, if it's passed by the board, I would have to accept it.
Would
yes.
you recommend it?
No, I would not recommend it.
Understanding that.
Oh, you're welcome to.
My understanding that TROs it's attacking specific items on the agenda, not the entire meeting.
That's correct. I'm the applicant,
Okay.
and I only said certain items, not the meeting.
Mr. Canales has advised me that he needs to look at the TRO. And
I don't know of an attorney that would work on 5 minutes notice for a TRO, sir. I'm sorry. I don't operate that way.
At this time, the meeting
How much time do you need? How much time would you need? We're still here, we can wait.
Oh, well, then, I'm not gonna rush my decision on something. As an attorney, we know that you can't decide on a second decision. Because liabilities out there.
The TRO is not canceling the entire meeting. I don't know how
That's
we're doing it.
correct.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Mr. Canales, you're recommending.
My recommendation is
Publish the TRO. Although we're not having a board meeting, I can at least tell you what it is that I did. I did, as an applicant, file a temporary restraining order, but it did not concern the budget. It was extra items that I felt should be held at the open meetings or at a regular board meeting. These were some matters that they had at the regular board meeting. They tabled them. They should have had it at another regular board meeting. So that's basically what I have. Your budget, I was asking for that to be approved. The only thing was the proposed new hire schedule, which was item number 8. These were the things that I asked that they not do, which was item 8, item 9, item 11, item 12, item 14, and there was vagueness on employment contracts because they didn't specify if it was going to be professionals or administrators or regular staff. That is it. No stipends. This did not restrain a budget of any way, shape, or form. So if anybody wants a copy, we can give it to you, or I can give you a copy to look at, but that was all. The meeting, you can have a meeting.
And I would like to add to Ms. Gonzalez, what Ms. Gonzalez said is that this board has walked out on a meeting that was not restrained. They were only restrained from taking up certain items like approving a contract for Mr. Canales with a $110,000 buyout, proposing that teachers' aides that had any kind of degree make $40,000 when a first-year teacher only makes $43,000. They were basically going to gut the school's revenue and the school's reserve.
But let me clarify. Those items can be had at a regular board meeting where there can be public forum so that the public can discuss them or state their concerns. So if they still wanted to have those items that we're restraining, they can have it at the other regular board meeting that would be scheduled in the beginning of September, okay? As far as your budget, it's necessary by August 31st, so we cannot prevent that. You all have to have a budget.
And they could have had that meeting tonight.
Yes.
I'd like to make a statement with reference to the meeting that was canceled by our school board tonight. I want to be very clear that the temporary restraining order that was signed by Judge Manuel Bañales did not restrain the school board from conducting a meeting tonight. It did not restrain the school board from passing a budget tonight. It basically restrained the school board from passing or considering items that should not have been on the agenda tonight as a special meeting, including items that, if had been passed, would have further damaged the financial stability of this school district. What you have witnessed tonight are the shameful acts of defeated incumbents who have basically picked up their toys and left the playground because they did not get their way with reference to the excessive spending they are proposing on items on this agenda. There will be a hearing held with reference to this temporary restraining order Friday afternoon at 1:30 at the Starr County Courthouse. We look forward to questioning some of these incumbents and some of the financial officers responsible for putting these items on the agenda or from considering these items. We expect to be able to ask them questions under oath and we look forward to their responses under oath. Thank you very much.